All right, here we are today. We're going to start our unit on body systems. We kind of already started that when we were talking about multicellular and unicellular organisms. And today we are going to start with the skeletal system. The skeletal system. Hopefully, you have this packet with you right now. I have already scrolled down to this portion here, but it's going to be this packet. Well, where's the beginning? There it is. This packet here, going past here, going past the picture, and I'm on this page here. You'll be able to fill that out as well as with your notes, and that will get two things done at one time. And we're going to knock out a couple systems today and then move on. So we're going to talk about the skeletal system. The skeletal system. Now, I think that it's pretty obvious, but we're going to go ahead and say it just in case that bones are the main organs. Bones are the main organs of the skeletal system. So when we open up our packet and we look at the main organs, that is far too large of a font for me to use. Let's go down to like maybe 28. There we go. You can go ahead and start doing this with me because I said we would do it in class. The main organs are the bones. The bones are the main organs of the skeletal system. There are multiple bones. If you want to know all the bones, then bother Luke Weckerly during recess because he named just about all of them the other day in my room when we were looking at that small skeleton that we have. We don't have to memorize all of the bones. We do have to know some. I think these are going to be very important. You'll need to know the skull. The reason why is the skull protects the nervous system, the brain. We'll need to know the ribs. The ribs are very important because they offer protection to the heart and the lungs. We'll need to know the spine and the vertebrae. And the reason why we need to know those is they offer protection to our spinal cord and some of our nerves, which sends signals out throughout the body. So those are very important. So I go straight back into here. And so examples of bones. Okay, you do not have to get everything perfect in there, but there we go. That'll be a little bit better for me there. So the skull, the ribs, the spine. If you want to put the vertebrae, which is obviously written down right here, you can. That will be fine. Now, when we're looking at this, it says, what is the function of the skeletal system? What is the function of the skeletal system? That means, what does the skeletal system do for us? And obviously, that's one of the most important things that we're going to talk about with all of the systems. And as we said at the beginning of the unit with our learning target, we need to know what the function is of all of the systems, and we need to know how they work together to keep multicellular organisms alive. That's very, very important. So, what do bones do? We had like a very brief discussion about this in class. So the bones offer us protection. Again, I kind of said this at the beginning. The skull protects our brain, the spine protects our spinal cord, the ribs protect the heart and the lungs. I am going to actually just put this, the exact same thing. I'm going to put that into here. Stretch this across and not all the way out. There we go. Can I change the color of that? Because I don't like that color at all. That's like right on the thing there. There we go. Boom. Protection. So again, the bones do offer us a lot of protection. They are there to protect vital organs. Just in watching us play at recess, the amount of people that I've seen fall or trip or get hit in the head with a ball, like all of those would be fatal accidents because it would damage our heart, our lungs, or our brain if we didn't have our skeleton and different bones in particular protecting our bodies. That's again very, very important protection. I think that's one that we already knew. I'm kind of impressed with this one because this was the first thing that everyone said when we like previewed body systems in class. Bones give us our shape. Now that's pretty easy to understand because if I gave you a skeleton of a horse and then a skeleton of a whale, you probably would know what those organisms are based on the shape. And so the bones do give us our shape. So I'm going to take this. Again, you're welcome to pause this video as much as you need to. I'm going to go back into our packet. This thing does not like me, but we've seen that all year. And boom. Bones give us our shape. They do also, in conjunction with the muscles, the bones couldn't do it on their own, but they do help us stand upright as well, which I think somebody mentioned that in class. Okay. I think the third thing that bones do for us, again, they can't do this without the muscles, but the muscles can't do this without the bones as well, is they offer us the ability to move. They give us the ability to move. We have hinges and joints. If you take a look at our arms and our legs and where they connect to our bodies, we have like a ball and socket where that fits together and allows us to have fluid movement in our arms and in our legs. And again, that only works together with the muscular system. Now, this is something that we talked about that's at the end of the packet. I'll kind of go ahead and fast forward to that. That's like way, way back here. There it is. How do these two systems work together? Okay, we're already talking about the fact that bones and muscles work together to help you move. I'm not saying jump to the end of the pack because we can kind of do that one together as well. And then that's also going to coincide with the vocabulary packet that we have. So I know some people have kind of been struggling with like the back portion of the vocabulary packet. Again, we can do this portion of the study guide and the vocabulary packet together in class. We've mentioned that. This is not something that I need you to stress out a lot about. We can do this together. If you have questions, please bring those to class. Don't worry about those things. We'll get those taken care of in class. Not something I need you to worry about while you're at home. I promise you we'll get it all together in class. So again, bones, they protect us, they give us our shape, and then they also give us the ability to move. So I'm just going to take these notes here. I'm going to put that directly into here. Something tells me I'm going to have to move this up just a smidge so that we can get that last thing in there as well. Now, probably one of the coolest things about the skeletal system that a lot of us probably didn't think about or realize beforehand is red blood cells are made by the bones, on the inside of the bones. Again, I have an app that we'll use to take a look at that. It'll kind of give us a way to take a journey to the inside of a bone, and we'll be able to see the red blood cells and the way that they make their way into the bloodstream, which is obviously extremely important. So again, this is the fourth thing that we'll talk about is bones make red blood cells. Now, this is a question that I see pop up on the test for certain. And I mean, I know that because I make the test, but it also pops up on the benchmark as well about which body system makes the red blood cells. So maybe put a little star beside this one in your notes. And again, here we are, we're looking at this page and look at this. This is not overly difficult. Now, can we like verbatim copy everything the entire time? Well, no, because if you're just copying, then I don't think that you're really putting it into your own words, and you may not have full understanding. I would much rather have your thoughts on this and have things maybe misspelled a little bit and not the grammar's not perfect or something, than for you to just go ahead and copy and paste everything that I have. I don't. It's obviously fine for skeletal system because we always do an exemplar together, but I mean, I already have these slides. I don't need 85 more copies of these slides. I worked on this for myself, and I don't need everybody's to look exactly like this. Now, these words, protection, and gives us our shape and movement and make red blood cells, obviously, but you don't have to copy verbatim what's on each slide because that would be pretty boring for me to read, and it would be honestly too easy for you to do. I mean, I'm not copying things. We're putting them in our own words because if you could put it in your own words, you actually have understanding of what's going on. Unfortunately for us, I can't stop and watch. Well, this is just a slideshow, but we can't watch this slideshow. I can't stop and watch the video about bones because of copyright laws, and that's fine. Obviously, you know how we do things in class. We always go back and review things. And as soon as I'm back in the classroom, we'll go back and we'll review these things and we'll make sure that we all understand them and get those videos watched and get some more notes, because inside of these videos are probably going to be the places that you're going to hear something or see something that you're probably going to want to put maybe down here in the extra information. That's going to be stuff that you find interesting. That's not something that I'm going to tell you how to fill out. I want to hear the things that interest you about bones when we get down to that portion of that. So as you can see, we are getting ready to move into the muscular system. I am looking down here at a clock that I don't think you can see. And it means we're coming to the end of our first video. So as always, I'm going to ask you to smash the like button and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video, which is going to be all about the muscular system.